I'm so tired. No, don't worry about it. I had to chase something down. I got it, though. I made sure it's not getting away this time. Okay. I'm gonna relax and play a little Mario. Oh, no, not the Mario you guys know. This is MaRIo. Sorry for the weird saying, that's how it's written. You don't know what it is? Huh, I got a story that'll explain it all to you. Just sit back. This is MaRIo. And it's by, sorry, a little out of breath. But it's a Supreme Kai 4. Enjoy. I was asked to clean out my father's house after he had passed away. He was a huge gaming nerd. He even camped out for the release of the NES when he was about my age, 19. He had them all: Atari 2600, Atari Flashback, Mega Novel, Odyssey 2000 to 5000, NES, SNES, N64, Nintendo GameCube, Wii, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, DS Lite, DSi, 3DS, Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 1 to 3, PSP, PS Vista, and he might have even had the Wii U if he had lived long enough for the release. I was in my father's house, alone, cleaning out the basement. I grabbed one of the last cardboard boxes down there, and I noticed how light it was. Wondering why it was so light, I peeked inside to find that one old NES game cartridge. It did not even have a game label on it. It only read MaRIo with a capital M, a lowercase a, a capital R, an I, and a lowercase o, crudely written by my father with a permanent marker. I became curious. Why was this game all by itself in a box? Why was the label torn off? Why was it written on? And why was MaRIo spelled so crudely? Since my father handed me down all of his games and consoles, which included his NES, I decided to take it home and figure it out for myself. I got home and set up the NES, immediately popped the game and started it up. Things already seemed a little off. The game had no startup screen. It simply just placed me at the start of the first level of what appeared to be the classic game that we all know and love, Super Mario Brothers. Well, the game is old, I thought to myself. Maybe it's just a little glitchy, and that is why it skipped the startup screen. Dad did buy it all at its midnight release after all, so I continued. As I expected, the game was rather glitchy. Sometimes, when grabbing a fire flower, it would make Mario small, and stars only worked 75% of the time. As well, Toad never said the message he had for all those years at the end of the castle. You know, thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. He never said anything. That was until World 7's castle. Only you can step closer to becoming one of us. This message made me chuckle a little. I assumed my father had hacked the game for laughs, and that was why it was so glitchy. Things got weirder after that. In level 8-1, the sky was dark red and the music was a little slower than usual. The whole level was nothing but 5 minutes of walking. No enemies or obstacles, just the ground. Reaching the end of the level, I grabbed the flag. The ending fanfare did not play. The fireworks sounded more like gunshots and 8-bit explosions. Okay, that was strange, I thought to myself. What was the point of that? Oh well, on to the next. Level 8-2 was even stranger. The sky was an even darker red, and the music played even slower. This time, there were enemies. I was approached by a Koopa Troopa, and 4 points I jumped on him. The delightful little noise that played when you jump on the enemies did not play this time. Instead, there was a squish, accompanied by the cracking of bones and a slight groan. This was weird and sadistic. It did not seem like something my father would do. In fact, he was in no way condoned anything scary in our house. As I was growing up, he never allowed my sister or myself to play any scary games or watch any scary movies. We did at our friend's house, of course, but that was beside the point. I moved on and ran into a Goomba. To make sure the earlier sound was not a glitch, I jumped on it. The same sound played. I was becoming unsettled, to say the least. When I reached the end of the level, the same thing happened as it had at the end of the previous level. I noticed something even more weird. The spot on the screen that showed what level you were on did not display World 8-3. Instead, it showed World, followed by the symbol on the flag at the end of every level. That looked like a skull. I know it's not actually a skull, but it looked like one, okay? The third level of the world, Skull, was even stranger. The sky was dark red, much darker than before. The music did not even play. The enemies that I came to were already dead. Their bodies appeared twisted and mangled, like someone had beaten them to death. I reached the end. There was no flag or anything like that, just a castle. It had "Welcome MaRIo" painted on the front of it, with what I assumed had to be blood. Reluctantly, I entered. The black screen that showed you status between levels showed that I had X0 lives, and I was in World D Line ED. I was pale and trembling with fear. Just what was this game? The castle was like the first level of the world Skull. There were no obstacles, enemies, or slow music. I walked straight for what seemed like at least 15 minutes. My time reached 0, but the level kept going. It felt like Mario was not alone, like someone was watching his every move. My questions were, what was Mario missing in the sadistic, twisted game? What did he want to accomplish and why? I had to finish the game to know. Finally, I came to the end of the level. There he stood, Bowser. His eyes were missing, and his belly appeared fleshless. I prepared to fight him, but he quickly grabbed Mario. He began to laugh evilly, realistically. Sounds that cannot be made on an 8-bit console. It became clear to me, this was not a hack. Bowser bit Mario's head off. Mario's body shivered and struggled as Bowser dragged him behind the battle scene. You know where Princess Peach was supposed to be? I was expecting to see just Princess Peach. Oh, who am I kidding? I was not expecting anything that would save me from this nightmare. I saw Toad, Luigi, and Peach. However, both Luigi and Peach had toad heads on their body instead of their own. Bowser grabbed the toad's head and stuck it on Mario. He placed him next to the others. Bowser then proceeded to rip his own head off and began to pull out his intestines. Text appeared. Press B for a harder quest, and even you can become one of us. I threw the controller at the screen so hard that the screen actually broke. I ejected the cartridge and threw it at the wall, filled to pieces, and I noticed that there was a note inside. I picked it up and read it. Dear son, you're next. Dad. I threw both games and the letter in the fire, and I stared in my fireplace. I will never be able to get that satanic picture out of my beloved character like that out of my head. To this day, I cannot play Super Mario Brothers. And the other morning, I woke up to see the Mario carved into my arm. To take my mind off these things, I began looking through all of the other NES games. On top of the stack was Super Mario Brothers 3. However, the label was differently spelled. Super capital M, lowercase a, capital R and I, and lowercase o, Bros 2. The picture of Mario, delightfully carrying the turnip, was instead a picture of Mario with an angry toad head, carrying Birdo's decapitated head instead of a turnip. After that, I just decided never to play Mario games ever again. Whatever was on this game could only be worse. Thank you for reading. I wanted somebody to know about this before something happened to me. So that was a fun game and a fun story, especially on the week, or actually tomorrow, when the new Nintendo Switch comes out. Do you think they'll have this game on the Retro Console? I hope. I love this game. Oh, the decapitation. I pressed B and got the harder setting. I couldn't complete it because I'm already dead. But that was fun. What you guys think? You like it? Do you not? Give me a message and remember to like the video and subscribe. This is Warlock Boo saying I hope to be spoken y'all later. Bye. I found you!